Welcome back, YouTubers. This is the Avid Fisherman. I'm doing a cooking session with catfish that I've caught this winter. If you go back, you'll see a session where I did the flour and the flour recipe. This is just basically Frank's red hot sauce off catfish nuggets I cut up into nice little chunks, as you can see. What I've done is they're about 1 or 2 bite-sized nuggets. So what I've done is I left it sitting overnight for about 18-24 hours. And every time I take some out, because I got some frying in there right now, and you'll see the process. I will do a video on filleting a catfish and how much meat you can actually get off of a cat when you fillet it. And that's a nice 10, 15, 20, 25 pound cat. When you fillet it, you can get a lot of meat off of it. You get a lot of good belly meat. You get a lot of your rib meat and your fillets. You get a lot of meat off the head, the cheeks. The cheek meat is what basically is behind the eyeball, which is really sweet, really good. It's really tender, and it's very delicious. Like a lot of people always say, they won't eat the belly meat, but that's the best part of the catfish to eat, the belly meat. And the reason why I use a big pot to do catfish nuggets is because I put 3 gallons of oil in there, maybe 3.5 at times if I have it, and that gives you enough room in there to where the catfish will drop on the bottom, and as the oil is boiling, it keeps the nuggets turning in the water. I mean, in the oil, so they're never laying in one place or sitting in one place. To keep turning. And when they do get closer to being done, they will stop. They will float up to the top, and they stay up to the top. But as the cooking process is right now with the catfish, they're continually turning with oil. The bubbles will push them up to the top. They'll roll over and sink back down and keep returning the process. And here's about the consistency of the oil that I have it boiling at. It's not real smoky, it's not real bad. As you can see, you might be able to see some of the catfish coming up to the top and back. And this is the temperature I keep it at. As long as I hear that sound and that little bubbling sound and little snap popping sound, I ain't worried about it. If I see a little bit of light steam or smoke coming off of it, I ain't worried about it. But see, what I do is, like, I've already loaded up some catfish nuggets already in there. I shook it up once, and I let it set. And what it will do is flour with a Tabasco sauce that's already in there. I don't shake off the excess Tabasco sauce. I just put it on, leave it on the catfish nuggets, and put it in there, and then shake it up. And that little bit of moisture make that flour around the nuggets sticky. And what you can do is just shake it one more time, and it will make a good batter. It will stick to the Frank's Red Hot, which will stick to the catfish. And I do not add no cornmeal to this. Cornmeal will take away the moisture from the catfish and the moisture from the batter. I don't like cornmeal because it dries out the fish too much. This way, with this flour recipe I got, you'll see it keeps the moisture in the fish, keeps it tender, keeps the fish juicy and moist, and when it's done, it'll be crispy. When it's done, you'll have some nice crispy catfish. It's a good recipe. It works great. As soon as this batch is done, I'll let you see how it comes out, crispy wise. Is what I'm waiting on next. And yes, I do have a basket up inside this pot. So I can lift it out if I need to. But every so often I have to slide that basket over. And I can just lift it up real easily to check on the catfish. And they're not quite done yet, so. And yes, I do have a hook inside that I normally use for this. What I did is I took a sun-dried tomato and put it in flour in Tabasco sauce and dropped it in the hot grease for a test pilot. Well, this is going to tell me how hot this is going to be. And yes, I do like hot stuff. But the last time I did the Frank's Red Hots with the nuggets, it gave a lot of the flavor, but it wasn't quite spicy enough. This has a little bit of a bite to it. It has a good flavor to it too. It has that little zing right there towards the end of right when you get a good bite into it. But all in all, it's good. That Frank's Red Hot works better on your wings and your chicken, your wings, your hot wings, your chicken breast, and all that you want to cut up into nuggets and fry up. It'll work better that way. But for sun-dried tomatoes and veggies that are not as porous as the meat is to hold the Frank's Red Hot in the flour, no, because it basically cooks off. And yes, I know the old saying, a watch pot never boils. But in this case, it's fun watching just how those nuggets just roll around in that oil. It's a good way to keep them from sticking. I will be back in another video to show you what they look like when they're done.